While we see plenty of these games on mobile, we don't see as many of them get brought over to console, the constantly running platform game. But we have a new one with Kid Tripp. But is this game a trip that you want to take, or is it more like a kid-tastrophe? Kid Tripp is a retro-inspired, retro-looking, constant runner platform game. This means that your character is always on the move, heading towards the right side of the screen. The gameplay and controls thus are very simple. You're able to jump and throw a projectile in order to take out enemies in front of you, as well as hold forward on the D-pad in order to run. Now you can toggle this and switch it so that your character's always running, and then by hitting a button, you'll slow down. Keeping with the whole retro feel of everything, the game doesn't have a whole lot of story. Basically, your character has crash landed on this island, and you're trying to escape, basically by getting to the opposite end of the island to a volcano, and then trying to blast your way off the island. The game is broken up into 4 different themed worlds, with 5 levels each. There's no boss encounters or anything special after completing a world. After beating 1-5, you'll just move on to 2-1 without too much fanfare. You're able to collect coins, getting 100 of which will end up giving you an extra life like classic Mario Brothers, but you're also able to work on getting a high score, trying to keep as many coins as possible throughout the course of your run. You have 10 lives at your disposal, though you really have infinite amount of lives. When you run out of them, you are able to continue right from the level that you left off on, but you do lose all the coins that you have collected, so if you're going for that high score, it's best probably just to restart. The game definitely has a bit of difficulty to it, and I died quite a bit on a few stages in particular. You don't have any checkpoints in the levels, but the stages themselves are relatively short, taking roughly 15 to 25 seconds in order to complete them. For the most part, I didn't have any problems with the controls. There were a moment or two where I felt like inputs weren't registered, but it could have just been bad luck. Also, you can actually use multiple buttons in order to do the commands for jumping and throwing the projectile. Because of this, you can use the trigger buttons, the face buttons, or even the D-pad, and there were times in more intense moments where I accidentally would hit up or down on the D-pad, jumping or throwing a projectile when I didn't want to, causing me to die. Unfortunately though, the game is pretty short. Even with dying a bunch in a couple of the levels, I still beat it in roughly around 45 minutes. The game does have a few in-game achievements, as well as these gold medals that you can get in levels if you're able to beat them while also collecting every one of the coins in the stage. From the technical side of things though, the game ran smoothly. I didn't run into any major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. Kid Tripp is available now on the Nintendo Switch for $3.99. It is also available on the Nintendo 3DS as well as mobile devices. Overall, Kid Tripp is one of those nice distractions of a game. It doesn't have a whole lot of bells and whistles, but the simple gameplay can be fun for a bit of time. However, it's going to be up to you to decide whether or not the hour or so of gameplay is going to be worth your $3.99. With everything said though, I'm going to be giving Kid Tripp a 7 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.